Welcome back, patrons, to our next exciting adventure. I'm joined here today by just Jamie.
Welcome back. Where'd you go? Why did you leave? It was lonely. But you're back now, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, we're glad you're back.
Yeah.
Don't leave us again. Okay? Don't do that. Hurt our feelings. Unlike Jake, who's not here right now.
His feelings can't be hurt. They're too strong.
He's the stronger of us all. The indomitable will. Impenetrable fortress of a heart. I don't know where I'm going with this.
That sounds awesome, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a metal song or something. Impenetrable fortress of a heart. I don't know. I don't listen to metal music.
I like the name, though, yeah.
Yeah. That's not why you're here.
But
You're here for some adventure, right? And so we've got one for you. We got one brewed up for you. Thanks to those who voted. A reminder, we post polls. We post polls.
We call them votes.
On the Patreon website and app. So make sure to vote on those so you can get to choose what episode comes next. Today's a one-shot story in the Orwelf jungle in Rillian.
We're going back.
We going back, baby. Because there's so much untapped potential in those vines and trees.
Back to where it all started. I mean, back to where some of it started.
Back to where some of it was.
Back to where some of it happened.
And we're going to be following...
Didn't really start, yeah.
2 orcs that I have spent zero time thinking about them as a character.
Of course.
So it's going to be very improvised today, folks.
That is the spirit of improv, baby.
We got a spirit. It's literally a premise, a prompt, and we're just going to go for it.
Maybe we'll meet the spirit of improv. Who knows? I just said it out loud, and I immediately had to, capitalize on it.
Why'd you have to give me that idea? I hadn't even thought of that as a spirit before. Okay. Well,
his name is Yasand.
His name is Yasand. He's the spirit of improv, the Lord of the unplanned.
I can do anything. I can just speak into this microphone, and it becomes so.
The spirit of improv, Yasand. Wow.
This power.
What does Yasand look like, Jamie?
Oh, that's a great question. He looks like... I mean, I think when you first meet him, the voice of the spirit says, all right, give me a look. And the people who are meeting him are like, what? What do you mean?
So he's like a shapeshifter.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think you see him before that. I think you just have the voice until you give him something to build off of. And then he's like, oh, yeah, sounds good. And then you can see him, you know?
Okay. So Yasand, the spirit of improv, the Lord of the impromptu.
Ooh.
The shifted voice.
Oh, okay.
It's canon now, bitch. Okay, anyway, that's not what this is about. That's a bonus one for you, folks. Bonus spirit. Throw that into the pantheon. Let's make some orcs. Okay.
Let's make some orcs.
We're just gonna plop into the scene. We're in the middle of the Orwelf jungle, big tall trees.
Love it.
And we see 2 large frogs just hopping along, leaping, bounding over the roots of the trees.
I mean, they look like large frogs.
Yes, but of course.
Surely, yes. Okay.
They're Brorgcs.
Of course they're Brorgcs.
They're Brorgcs. And they've got their
Yeah.
adjustable saddles on the top.
Yeah, that's right.
that move in accordance with the hops.
Of course.
And on top of both of the Brorgcs is an orc.
Right.
They each have their own orc. And they have to hop it for a little bit. They stop on top of an extra large root.
From which they can survey the jungle, yeah.
Yes. And I think maybe... Oh, I don't have a voice at all.
No, me neither.
Let's do... orc, who's over?
I've never seen you make one up in real time before. This is great, yeah. It's the best.
I'm trying to do an orc voice I've never done before.
Yeah.
Well, that's just heinous slayer. Okay. Well, ooh, how about that?
Hey. Fantastic. Couldn't be better.
Hey there, what's your name?
Go for it. I can't wait.
Brorgc. Brorgc. It's been a long day's journey.
Can my character please be named Brorgc Mountain Climber?
No, that could be my name, though.
Oh, good, okay.
You're Brorgc.
Oh, I thought you were calling... Oh, okay, I get it now, yeah. No, for sure.
Brorgc. It's been a long day's journey on these Brorgcs.
It has been quite the sojourn indeed, my brother Mountain. My brother Mountain Climber. That was it, Mountain Climber, yes. I am tired, but I am enjoying this humidified vista that we see before us.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. The freedom.
I would not.
Of the open roots.
The open roots.
The open roots.
You gotta be careful of those closed roots. They'll trip you right up. You gotta be careful.
They will. The open roots. The humidified vistas. And the thick foliage. Oh, I love it.
That thick.
Those thick vistas. Thick foliage. The foliage was thick. The vista was humidified.
This is the stupidest thing that has ever made me laugh.
Just living out in the country. That's how I like my life.
Of course. I could not agree more. And yet, Mountain Climber.
What's up, Brorgc?
I do find myself possessed of a certain wandering spirit on occasion that makes me wonder, have I seen all there is to see in this jungle? Or are there still yet secrets lying beyond the next, as you so eloquently said, open roots?
You never know. Yeah, I mean, neither of us are searching generals.
We are not. I did not put in the allocated credits I would need to make that my major at the Instagram. I did not.
I think it's a patch that you get from Orc Scouts.
Yeah. In my family, we have a tradition that you have to major in a specific major, just or else it doesn't count. Like earlier, among our family, yeah.
Now, earlier when you called me brother, was that like a metaphorical term, or are we actually brothers?
That was just like a vocal thing. I just thought maybe I call everyone brother.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's your thing. You call everyone brother. Okay. I don't know why I'm asking you as if I don't know you, because we are the closest. We are the closest to each other, metaphorically. Physically, the closest would be the Brorgc that I'm on.
Right, of course. I also call my Brorgc my brother.
Right, which is very clear that he's not, because
he is not. No one would make that mistaken assumption.
Unless they saw how close you were, metaphorically.
Unless there are those who wander beneath Palladium skies who find themselves half orc and half Brorgc, which I've never considered until now.
But again, we ain't searching generals, so we don't know.
We don't know about that. We do not know.
Well, actually, I don't know if they know about that. They just know about the land, which we are out here to explore the semi-open land. Because there's a lot of mountains and trees keeping it from being truly open. Anyway, nothing has happened plot-wise as of this moment.
Nothing has happened. I
feel like I know you better, my metaphorical brother.
I like that phrase you used, plot-wise. I like that you are expanding in your horizons and gaining some sayings from other cultures. I do appreciate that.
I'll try to be a learned orc.
Hey, look, what's that?
Oh, wow. Let's go check it out.
We better go look at it. I feel like I'm drunk right now. I'm not, but I feel like I am.
They hop off of the route, and it's underneath another route.
I love it.
It's underneath another route where, I'm going to say these bigger trees, they have these, there's some trees where like their branches will go down and create more roots kind of thing.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? So I feel like there's these bigger roots that are maybe like road-sized that have
Wow,
smaller roots branching off that just on ground level look like trees.
This is a big fucking tree, yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like basically there's a big root overhead with smaller roots that go down that have their own branches and just look like a little forest glade. But you had noticed some light. There were little motes of light in this little underrooted glade.
Is this a situation where I can make some kind of roll to see if I know about it?
Sure, yeah.
Cool.
I can do that.
Audience, if you're wondering if we have character sheets, the answer is we sure as shit do not.
I hope that's obvious by how much we made up these characters in this moment.
Yeah. What would I roll to find this out, do you think?
You'd roll lore.
All right.
So
Love
roll
that.
however smart you think Brorgc is.
How much? Okay. Well, he didn't study the right
didn't
majors to as family tradition become a surgeon general. So he can't be that good at lore. So I'm going to give him 2 green.
Okay.
Difficulty.
I'll make the difficulty 2.
Love it. I don't think there's any boost or anything. Here we go. 1 advantage and nothing. So a failure.
Okay. So you don't recognize these things.
I do not.
But I would say as you look at them,
that appears to be lights.
My metaphorical brother, I believe you are correct. I'll say with the advantages, you will observe that the lights don't appear to be a creature, right? It's not flutterfires. It's not some kind of moving creature. They seem to be very stationary lights that are the size of fireflies.
Can I reach out and touch one?
Yeah, you can get closer. Do you get off your Brorgc to get down there?
Yeah, Brorgc gets off his Brorgc and walks forward and reaches out to grab one of the lights just to see what happens.
Yeah, you grab the light and it seems like it's attached via like a small little stem to one of the little trees that were hanging there. And with enough force, you probably could pull it off. Like you're plucking a berry.
Now, my metaphorical brother, I do not believe I have witnessed a kind of plant of this nature that grows lights from the end of its roots. Seems counterproductive.
Yeah, I will agree because we've seen trees like this before. All the time. All over the jungle.
Roots are traditionally underground where light is not the most advantageous feature.
Usually lightless. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be part of this tree.
Oh. It do not be part of the tree.
Mountain climber.
Yeah.
Kind of like peers in a little closer, kind of getting off his Brorgc as well and peering through the glade, which is, other than these couple of lights on the outside, it's pretty tricky to see. And he sees some movement in the leaves as something is moving. Metaphorical brother, did you see that?
I saw some leaves moving. I do not know the cause. Probably one of the many animals in this jungle.
That's true. There's a lot of them. I'm going to say that a tiny little bolt flies out of the leaves and bounces off of mountain climbers. I'm assuming he's wearing probably a Brorgc jacket.
Nice. Okay.
Or instead of leather, it's Brorgc. It's kind of got a slight bluish stripes.
Like a little jolt of electricity or something?
No, like a small crossbow bolt.
Oh shit!
So the size of a needle. It kind of bounces off. He's like, "What was that?"
Oh, heinous! That was not what I was expecting in this moment. And he whirls around. He's trying to see where it came from.
Yeah, it came from the glade towards the movement.
I should have asked this 5 minutes ago. I apologize. What do you mean when you say glade? Because I thought I knew what a glade was, and now I'm not so sure.
It's like a little patch of trees, right?
Oh, okay. I kind of thought it might be like an opening, like a clearing, but maybe I could be totally wrong.
Glade, nature. Hold on. Meaning, definition. Oh yeah, glades are open
Oh, okay.
Rocky area is usually located mid.
Rocky?
Up. Okay, so that was not the word I meant. I meant like a little patch of trees.
Like a glen.
Maybe a glen was the word I was looking for.
I've never heard them described as rocky. That surprised me.
A secluded narrow valley. That ain't it either. A little patch of trees. That's what I want to say.
There's some trees.
Some of the trees. That's harder to see through because it's very dense. It's very dense area of trees.
Yeah.
Something shot at you.
It's good for hiding and shooting. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess mountain climber's gonna be like, hey, who's in there? Show yourself.
Yeah. What he said.
Great, thanks. Okay. Then I'm gonna say, walking out on one of the branches, you see a furry creature about the size of maybe like a cantaloupe.
Oh.
Furry creature that's got bare arms.
What?
And bare feet. Kind of big feet though. That almost look like hands as it's kind of like walking on the branch. So like a monkey would.
So just the body is cantaloupe sized?
So
or
the whole thing.
The whole
thing itself, cantaloupe size.
Okay.
Got some little arms.
Okay.
Got some little feet that look like hands.
Oh.
And it's also got a face that isn't furry and it's kind of got like a big nose,
okay.
2 eyes, and a mouth. And she's got a bunch of shaggy fur that, let's say, is a fun color.
Oh, it gotta be a fun color.
Jimmy, pick a color.
I pick blue.
Okay. This dude's like a nice cerulean blue.
I love it.
The fur is, and the blank skin is maybe like the color of the tree bark.
Oh, interesting.
And he comes out, and he's holding a tiny little crossbow made of like plant stuff. And
it's made of plant stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And he looks up and he's like, "Hey, what you doing?"
What in any universe of any of the 5 might conjure up could you possibly be?
Oh, wow, now that's not a very nice way to start a conversation. What am I? Wow.
Did you shoot us? Did you try?
Yeah, because you tried to break our infrastructure.
Okay, the pieces are beginning to come together.
Just walk up somewhere and yank up their lights.
I assure you, not my intention. There was no yanking to be had. Merely,
I look like a pretty big. I look like a yanking to me.
Merely an introspective analysis, as it were.
No, I'm just go to your house and yank up all your lights.
I would prefer you didn't.
Around supper time of all times.
Now I must apologize. I did not mean to interrupt your supper. I couldn't think of a more fun to say word than supper. I do agree we got off on the wrong foot, as it were. My name is Brorgc. May I inquire as to yours?
Okay, that's a little better. This is a better start.
Thank you. I try.
This is a better start to things. Well, to answer your previous question, I am a Mormon. That's what I am.
I respect all religions, so there will be no judgment from me.
Is that a religion? It's a creature. I'm a Mormon. There's an L in there.
And Mormon. I would like to share with you this most amazing book.
No. Dang it. Why are these things I don't think about before I write them down? It's only till after I say them.
No, I love it. This is great.
And you know what? Fine.
No. That's 2 times now I have disrespected you, and I must apologize twofold.
You've left me with only one name option. My name is SotH. SotH Jiff. That's so hard to say.
SotH Jiff. I will burn the name into my memory so I may not disrespect you further.
Joseph Smooth.
I already forgot it.
Wait, so hold on. If I swap the J and the SM, it'd be Joseph.
I don't know.
Smosif. It'd be Smosif.
Smosif?
Smosif Jith.
Smosif. Are you saying Jith?
Yeah, Jith.
With a TH?
Yeah.
Smosif Jith. That is a Star Wars name if ever I've heard one.
It really is. That's a Star Wars name.
Okay.
And it's also my name.
I'm going to write it down because I don't want to forget this. I was about to forget it again.
The Mormlin.
The Mormlin.
The Mormlin.
Because this might be the greatest character we've ever conceived.
Anyway, that's my name. What? Oh, and my name is Mountain Climber, the Orc. Okay, great. Glad we got that out of the way. Anyway, what brings you big boys to my land? To my town?
Is this a town?
It's a whole freaking town. We got infrastructure. We got a city hall.
Can I see? Can you give me the deets on what he points to? Because you pointed. He points to something when he says city hall, and I am dying to know what that was.
Yeah,
Does he just point to a different part of the tree?
He just points deeper into the patch of trees, so you can't really see.
Oh, amazing! Okay,
in there, it's like, what do I gotta give the whole freaking tour?
Is that an option? Because I would be delighted. There is no part of me that is lying to you when I say I would be delighted by this.
All right, I guess. Okay, so I'm right there. So come on, shit. Just watch where you step. I don't want you breaking any of our infrastructure.
I will be as sure-footed and careful as a Duhai. That's being very careful. That's what I mean.
Man, those Duhai are so annoying. I tell you what, man, those guys just come on in and they just rip up our highways and our...
I was trying to think of a creature that was sure-footed and careful, and I chose the wrong one, it seems.
Oh, no, they're sure-footed. They sure like to be a dick. That's all I gotta say. They're annoying little boogers. That's what this crossbow bolt is for.
Oh.
Ba-bow. Okay.
Lead the way, SotH Jith.
Okay, thank you so much, Brorgc. Okay. So over here we got our libraries. Over here we've got our civic center, and this is our fire department. And
what are we seeing, Nathan? What are we seeing?
So you're walking through these trees, and I guess it's just like, I guess they look like little birdhouses hanging from the trees. Amazing. But maybe they're like, just think like how like grandmas have like little fairy gardens.
Sure.
But like troll or like little goblin.
No, totally. This is the best. This is the secret world of Arietti or whatever, yeah. Yeah,
but they're all little birdhouses, and they're all connected by branches or little vines that you can see other mormlins of different colors that kind of crawling around. Sometimes they're hanging upside down, sometimes walking on top. And they're all different colors. There's pink ones and yellow ones and orange ones and purple ones.
I want to hang back and say to Mountain Climber, has this miniature separated civilization always existed in the Orwelf jungle, merely unbeknown to orc kind? That's incredible. If this... I do not know my civic responsibilities in this instance.
I don't know if other orcs already know about this. It was just we didn't know about it.
We did not. This is true.
I know we didn't know about it. I like how you're slipping into Benoit Blanc with your accent a little bit.
Well, it was supposed to be Southern the whole time. If that didn't come through at first.
I like it though. It's fun.
Oh my goodness.
I think whatever this is quite a discovery. For sure. We gotta befriend these Mormons.
I concur, my metaphorical brother. Now, what do you think is the best way to mend that particular bridge as far as disrespect and accidental embarrassment for my friend SotH Jith here? I have to look down to the phone every single time to actually say those words correctly.
I don't know. Maybe we gotta ask him what we could do to create an alliance between the orcs and the Mormons. Also, if you want to be a Mormon, you absolutely can.
Oh my god.
Extended the the lore of the Mormons. And
Incredible.
everything from here on is improvised. So
Incredible.
anyway, and then this is our city hall. And I think it's like a chunk, like a log that's hanging sideways that they've hollowed out. And it's like sagging the tree that it's on because it's so big.
Oh shit! Okay.
But it's nicely carved.
Nice.
And
nice.
I think you see some Mormons coming out with like combed hair, like their fur is like combed back.
Oh damn.
Oh, that's the governor.
Ooh.
No, this is mayor. Let's just go mayor. That's probably funnier.
The mayor.
Sorry, translation issue.
Well, I do appreciate the work you put into choosing words that orc folks may be more likely to understand.
Well, yeah, you ain't gonna know to talk in the Mormon tongue, so that just ain't gonna be any good use of our time.
No. Well, once again, much obliged. I can I be the mayor?
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I want the mayor to see SotH, and what did you say? He's got like really nice hair or something.
Yeah, he's got the same. So I'm basically these fuckers are basically like little fur. They're not Furbies, but like that kind of idea of just very furry with a face in the middle.
I've just been picturing the little coconut dudes from Moana this whole time, even though they had masks, so it doesn't quite work. But
yeah, maybe this dude, his color is he's like a bright red. The mayor,
I like that. I like
red,
that.
but he's just almost like got like his hair is like gelled backwards, so it's not as like poofy. It's not as poofy as SotH.
This is such a wild image. Yeah, I think the mayor sees. Well, first he sees the orcs because they're many, many times larger. But he's going to direct his attention to SotH, and he's going to say, "Well, SotH,
oh,
I think I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind."
Of course. Sure, I named the mayor.
Yep. My first question. Oh yeah, no, go for it.
Mayor Pantelope.
Mayor Pantelope. I'm also writing that down.
Good.
Okay,
Someone's got it.
This is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, Mayor Pantelope, go ahead, ask me your questions. Yeah, what's up?
Well, I think my first question might be, what the fuck? What's your game plan here, bud?
Well, they asked for a tour, so I was like, I guess.
A tour. You've brought two orcs to our city hall just to give them a tour.
Yeah. We didn't have any laws saying don't do that. I know we got a law that says don't feed the orcs, but nothing about saying giving them a tour. So, no food has been exchanged, Mayor Pantelope.
I can vouch for that. No food has been exchanged.
Although if that's an option, though, I'm a little peckish.
It is not. And the mayor approaches the two of them, and I think he's stroking, like, you know how people like stroke their chin when they're thinking?
Yes.
Except he's stroking like every part of his fur, just like,
Yes.
He's very deep in thought.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, he's thinking this might be a minute.
This is the way I want to link it up. This is how I want there to be stakes.
Okay, go for it.
Well, I suppose the law regarding not giving food to strangers who are on a tour, I could look the other way if you're willing to do something for us.
Yeah, just...
I'm sorry, are you trying to bribe us with food?
I'm in.
Sure, I suppose. Why? What could go wrong?
As much as I love the open route, it's, fresh, good food is always welcomed.
I am both deeply hesitant and have my reservations, and also wildly curious. Well, SotH, why don't you tell him what we need? Why don't you tell him what we need help with?
I mean, there's so many things. I mean, there's our economic reform is really in shambles. I mean, ever since you got elected, you really haven't fulfilled that promise at all. The tax rate has stayed the same, and it's
the one that's simple to solve, though.
Oh, the potholes! There's so many potholes and all these vines.
The one that's not my fault, Smosif.
Oh, well, I guess,
the one that I don't need to feel bad about with my position of power.
It's not the scandal. We're not talking about the scandal. I think Smosif is like...
The scandal was the name of the previous mayor that I usurped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you usurped him. That's right, that's how the mayorship worked. He just kind of took it. Kind of just snatched that up. The comb! You'd snatch the mayor's comb.
The mayor's comb.
Yeah.
The artifact of power, yeah.
Yeah, thus making you mayor. The only Mormlin with slicked hair is the mayor. I told you the Mormlins would be silly.
The fucking Mormlins. Oh my god.
I think it's at this moment that another Mormon comes...
Oh my American god. It's a Mormon joke. Anyway,
he comes sliding down on another vine, and he kind of is like dangling at the end. I think this Mormon is like a deep... he's a navy blue.
Oh, okay.
And he's got sunglasses.
Okay.
Yep. And he's like, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor Penelope. I've got a security briefing.
Ah, yes. Let's.
The
we should go into my office at City Hall, where we'll be disturbed.
So they both like pop into the log, which like they could both fit in, but it's clearly not like a full building. You know, like it's like birdhouse sized, right? Like so, it's like they're like. What? I think the doorway is like smaller than theirs, so like the fur has to kind of like poop, like get squished down in, and then they like pop out the other side.
I love the idea of this society where everyone's really little, but like not as little as you would need to be for these buildings to make sense.
Yes. Yeah, because they're a cantaloupe, so they're still like girthy, you know, like.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
So they pop in, and we'll have this little conversation where he's like, "Mayor Penelope."
Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have it like cramped within
sure.
the little wooden log, and this is one of the bigger buildings too. Like, he's like, "Mayor Penelope, the threat has returned."
Surely you don't mean not again? Not after all this time?
I do. We asked nicely and everything, and they didn't leave us alone. Look, I don't know who these two big green motherfuckers are, but I think they might be our best bet to remove the threat.
They do have the advantage in terms of estimated strength based purely on height.
Yes.
Well,
I think so.
Seems like we can solve one problem with another mild inconvenience, and the mild inconvenience is these two large people showing up at our residence.
Mayor Penelope, that's why you have the comb. I was there on the day of the coup, and I'll be there by your side ever since.
That's one of the reasons I have the comb. The other reason is I took it.
Well, yes, I saw it. Yes, I saw you take it.
All right, let's. I like to imagine they're like, cool, let's go back outside of the city hall, and they have to like awkwardly like scoot around each other just to fit out the entrance. Yeah.
Pop back out.
This log is not big enough for our purposes. Well, Brorgc and Mountain Climber, I believe you said your names were?
Yeah, that's right.
I have a bit of a mission for you, if you should choose to accept it on promise of sharing our food later. These are the terms.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
As previously said, my voice is just going lower and lower with every scene. As previously said, I am hangry, but like in an excitement kind of way. I am like excited, if such a thing were to exist. I don't know what that means.
Mayor Penelope, can I give him the briefing?
You are just the person I would like to give them the Freminold.
Thank you. I'm security officer Freminold, and I've been on a detail for the past couple weeks. There's been a threat opposing our fair city that is far different than the usual threats of Duchai, Bainai, and Throckmortons.
Oh my.
Those are creatures that we have learned how to handle. We just shoot them a lot, and they get real annoyed and run away. But this creature seems to have become quite more sentient than a fair beast. Dare I say it, even has a persona and personality, and their strength seems to be growing, despite our efforts.
May I interject, Security Officer Freminold?
Yes, Mr. Brorgc.
Thank you. Purely for clarification purposes, this creature that you have described as having a substantial personality and sentience, are you quite sure you are not simply describing, folks? Some people out in the jungle? There are many travelers other than myself and my associate here.
I assure you, I am quite familiar with what an orc looks like. I have seen many of your kind walking around, trampling.
We do like to do all of those things.
It's true.
Once again, my apologies for assumptions and presumptions both. Please continue.
This creature, we believe it is called an Orchidean.
Huh.
And it should not be taken lightly.
I'm not putting a music sting there, but I am imagining one. Yeah.
They are quite wily creatures, so just be aware.
I see. And once again, purely for the instance of clarification, you are asking us to
neutralize the threat.
Neutralize the threat. That is a grim and yet vague turn of phrase. What does it look like?
You can't miss it.
Good.
If you just head that ways, out of Mormland Square.
He looks over at Mountain Climber and he's just like, I am getting the distinct impression that my queries are being simply ignored.
Hey, SotH, is that a Mormon thing? If you just follow him, you're gonna get... Okay, I think they just don't like to answer direct questions.
This entire time he's been describing the creature and stuff, the mayor is just standing off to the side with his arms crossed and he's going like, Exactly. The whole time.
Yeah, you just go that way. Just be thinking and smart, and then you'll be okay.
I will strive to do both of those things. Should we bring weapons? Do y'all have... That's the first time I've said y'all. Do you fine folk have weapons that you believe we should indeed arm ourselves with?
At the moment, our current tactics have been ineffective. We were hoping that you might have more potent weapons.
Do we, Nathan?
Probably. You probably got weapons.
Hell yeah! All right.
Yeah, we're Brorgc riders.
Nice. What do you think Mountain Climber has? I don't have anything thought of yet for me.
Because they're both orcs, so they would have had to pick their weapons.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Mountain Climber, just purely based off his name. He probably has like some kind of like mountain climbing pick that he swings around.
Nice. I want Brorgc to have... This does not strike me as, like, economical or efficient for his profession of Brorgc riding, but I really want him to have, like, one of those Star Trek weapons that's, like, this huge, ridiculous blade that you have to hold in the middle. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's...
Oh, yes.
It looks
like sword, but the handle's in the middle of the sword.
Yeah, and there's, like, way too much blade on all sides, and it just looks, like, impossible to carry anywhere. That's what I want him to have, yeah.
Sure, I'm tracking. Yeah, so he's got one of those.
In Palladium and in the Orwelf jungle, that's called,
This is why we need Jake.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably screaming. He's like, "You fools! The name is so obvious. Don't you know it?"
I'm gonna put into Google and I'm gonna see if this works. What's that Star Trek?
What's that sword
weapon called and just see what happens. Oh, it brought up guns. I guess that does make sense. The Batleth! No, that's literally what I was thinking of.
Batleth?
Yeah, it's BAT''LETH. It's a double-sided scimitar hook sword Luhiaudo hybrid-edged weapon with a curved blade, 4 points, and 3 handholds on the back. Oh my god.
Whoa.
That's exactly what I have, yeah.
Batleth.
It's a Batleth. I don't know if I'm
pretty
pronouncing
cool
it
looking,
right.
actually.
Right? I can't believe
That's
that.
not what I was picturing.
I'm so glad that actually popped up.
All right, people, look up Batleth, I guess. All right, so that's what he's got.
Yeah. I don't know why I asked. You smaller folks for help with our weapons when clearly this is the superior piece of armaments.
Yeah. All right, we'll go take care of your pest.
We're not off to save any worlds or accomplish any grand noble quests. We are just trying to get paid and get
supper.
There was no food-related word that rhymed with paid. I was disappointed to discover this.
Gatorade.
Get paid Gatorade. How did you know that our primary food of choice is called Gatorade?
I could tell by your vivid colors.
Thank you so much, Mayor. All the Morblins are colored after Gatorade flavors.
They're all Gatorade flavored. So that means there's no pink one. We have to take out the pink one.
Was there? Did we say pink?
I did say pink.
There's gotta be a pink Gatorade, is there not?
I haven't seen one.
All right, my trusty friend Google, pink Gatorade. Bam, easy.
Damn.
I don't know what it is, though. What flavor is pink Gatorade? Strawberry kiwi.
Okay, I guess it's pink ones.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. That's pink. Yeah. All Mormons are Gatorade colors.
See, that did strike me as funny 2 minutes ago until I realized, wait a minute, Gatorades basically have every color. So, like, this is not even that funny of an idea.
Yeah, I'm now looking at the whole spectrum. That's really every color. Yeah.
But Mormons tend to be blue, red, or kind of a greenish yellow. Mostly.
Yeah, that's the primary ones. Yeah. Everyone loves the blue one.
Those are the ones people know the best. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mostly the red and the blue. But then like that was back when they were just getting started.
Man, the Mormons are so complex. I love them so much now.
The mythology of the Mormons. Not mythology, but
the culture.
Culture, yeah, of course. Oh my god.
Mormon Zero.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Off we go. They have given us no information regarding what this creature is.
Just go.
No information on how to fight it other than be careful. Yeah. And we have no idea what it's even going to look like other than you can't miss it. This is the best. I love this so much. We go off on our adventure.
Mountain Climber and Brorgc grab their Brorgcs, and they're assuming it's not too far if it's a threat to this little community.
Right.
So this kind of get in the back. They're not doing any big hops. They're just kind of like...
They're conserving their energy.
Yeah, they're not galloping, but cantering with their Brorgcs.
Yeah. Brorgc says to his Brorgc, stealth hop mode.
Stealth hop mode. And I think the Brorgc then gets on his tippy toes and he's like...
It's the best.
So they stealth forward for a little while in stealth hop mode. Yeah. And eventually,
his Brorgc's name is Shadow Prancer.
Shadow Prancer.
What's yours? I'm losing my mind.
Dwayne.
Oh, good.
My Brorgc's name is Dwayne.
Dwayne and Shadow Prancer were the two most sought after Brorgcs. They were really the stars of their
Did Shadow Prancer come from Shadowfax?
No, I just thought it would be a funny horse name. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dwayne and Shadow Prancer tiptoe through the jungle into an actual glade.
Yeah.
This time. Or just at least a clearing within the tree. You know, there's like a beam of light through the foliage, kind of landing in this cleared out area. And in the middle, you see a large bulb, like a flower bulb, that is orange and pink colored.
I see.
And it's closed, the flower. And the bulb itself is as tall as an orc.
Super quick. Did we run into something very similar to this last time we did Garca when we were PB and Chubb and stuff? Did they find some kind of weird...
They definitely did a weird thing. This is a different weird thing.
Okay. It's not super pertinent to right now, but I suddenly
But yeah,
felt like...
they did meet... I think it was a big mushroom.
Oh, it's a mushroom. That sounds right. Yes, okay. And this is more of a bulbous plant.
Bulb. Yes, it's just... It's almost like a closed tulip or something. But 6 feet tall.
Now, mountain climber.
Yes.
Our friends, SotH, and
Yep.
the mayor, and Fringer...
I don't even remember, I'll be honest.
I do not remember. I will apologize to him later. They told us that we would know it when we saw it, and that it had sentience and a personality. Now, this artifice I see in front of me appears to be at a very particular spot located in the center of this glen, or glade, one of the two.
Whatever it is.
Seems important. However, it's also just a plant.
But maybe that's the wiliness.
That could be a case of
That's why it's so
wiliness.
wily.
Could be wily.
A case of wiliness.
Gotta be careful for wily. If I were to approach this plant, I do believe something horrible might befall me. But also, I do not have any better plans.
I mean, you're the plan guy.
As we all know, I am and always have been the plan guy.
You're the plan guy. I'm more of the brass and task guy.
That is what people say about us. I'm the plans guy and you're the brass and task guy.
Brass and task.
Brorgc and mountain climber. Just the closest of friends and skilled partners. Brothers even.
Brothers even. Metaphorical.
Brothers even. Metaphorical brothers even. That's what people say about us.
That's what, well, they just say brothers, and we add the metaphorical bit to remove the confusion of being a real brother. I think it's at this point, as they're just talking, that you hear like a giggle come from the bulb.
Oh, I hate that. I'm gonna draw my batleth at the ready, and I'm gonna get closer, but I'm still being wary.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to say, "Good afternoon, sir, madam, or anything else. If you could kindly vacate this area of the jungle, there are some folks who would be mighty pleased with this."
You hear the giggle again.
My luck today in running into folks who do not want to answer my questions. I suppose that was more of a...
that wasn't a question.
That wasn't a question. It was more of a...
Hold on, maybe if this one's bad at statements, then maybe they're good at questions.
Maybe they're good at questions. Have y'all got a name? For example, my name is Brorgc. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm Mountain Climber, and this is Dwayne.
And of course, this is Shadow Prancer. Now, we've given you 4 names. Surely that is worth at least 1 in return.
At least 1 name.
Just 1.
I think the bulb opens up.
Ooh.
Like a flower does. And
Yep.
the petals open and reveal inside a humanoid creature made entirely of petals.
Huh.
And as the petals open up, they kind of close down at the bottom, kind of creating almost like a dress shape.
Whoa.
But I would definitely say that this creature itself, it's very like gender neutral looking, like you can't quite tell. But it is alluring. Like the form is very alluring. And their eyes, I think, are just 2 big black eyes.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
From their face. But yeah, they've got some petals that maybe look like hair, or some petals that look like arms. Or that flow together that look like some intricate clothing. Very beautiful, as you've got these pinks and oranges and a little bit of white kind of weaving together this form that seems very delicate and graceful. But also you can see that they're kind of doing their like little giggle thing. And like, and they say, "I will not let you have my name, for it is mine."
I am finding myself apologizing to all manner of folks today. That is merely a figure of speech. I do not intend to steal anyone's name. I simply, polite conversation dictates that I might ask who I'm speaking to. Brorgc is highly unsettled by this, by the way. He's not confident. This is super creepy. Normally, he's all about people being comfortable and laughing and stuff, but something about this is just not the usual, yeah.
I think the creature flutters their eyes and they say, I think your figures of speech are a little out of shape then.
All right.
I don't quite get where we're going with this.
That was a bit of a metaphor within a metaphor. I don't think I followed, but that's all right. That is all right.
You seem to have followed me here to this nice glen.
Well, we were pointed in this direction by some just lovely gentlemen, and they wanted to. He thinks for a bit and then he lies. They wanted to know why you have been staking your claim out near their home.
I think you are confused. And the creature starts like walking closer and like extending their hand. I'm gonna say that they're like now like regular talking distance away from you.
Sure.
And like gesture out their like pedaled arm, like stroke side of your cheek, and they say, shh. You are so confused here.
I didn't say anything yet.
You have said so much.
I
have not staked any claims or claimed any nasty stakes. No. For this is my home, and the Mumply Dumply Mormlins.
The what?
Are in my home.
Oh, was that your tree? The one that fell? That would explain why it's not big enough for... Why it's the wrong size, rather. It doesn't seem like it'd be big enough for you either, though.
Not the tree, not their little stumps. The whole space is my home.
Space? Like the Orwelf jungle?
No. Not that much space.
No. Okay.
Underneath the root. That was my home.
I see. Okay, and you've been driven out of your home by folks
driven mad, I'd say,
who think it's their home. Well, now that back in my hometown, they would call that quite the pickle.
But wait, hold on, but Brorgc.
Yeah,
but they seemed like they had a lot of infrastructure.
They did. They referred to their infrastructure many times. As a matter of fact,
they're pretty adamant about it.
Yes, this is true.
Flower person. Since we still don't know what name to call you,
may we address you as... It doesn't have to be your real name, even something as simple as... Petunia. That's a very flower-ish name. See where I'm coming from here?
I am of the Orchidae.
Orchidae.
Is that okay?
That sounds awesome. Well, I was going to say I'll shorten it to orc, but no, that doesn't work.
No, that doesn't work. Because that's what we are.
Fly.
Orchid. You can just say orchid.
We'll call you orchid. Is that preferable to you?
It is a bit degrading, for an orchid is not as grand as I am.
Well...
Or as wondrous. Or as free.
All right, that's fine. We'll call you by your full name. We'll call you Orchidae. This is. I don't even remember what we were going to ask you now. Mountain Climber, do you remember what we were going to ask?
Yeah. How long ago was it that they kicked you out of your home? Because they seem pretty settled. Seem pretty rooted.
Excellent question.
For your time is such a strange construction.
Oh boy. Yep, it's strange construct. Couldn't agree more.
How do you measure your times? In moons? In winds?
Boy.
In wiltings?
Heinous. I mean, if it's been daytime, like 365 times, we would say, that's a lot of time right there. That's quite a bit of time that's gone by. And if it's been more than that, that's even more time. Does that help at all? I'm drawing a blank here, friend. You gotta help me out.
I was under the root when the moss was still fledgling in the zone in that area. And
so
now,
like spring?
Is that like one season? How long does it take for moss to unfledge? Is that the right word for that?
I don't know. I never got my Search in General patch.
I don't even know if that's Search in general. That's more Moss Mastery patch.
Can I roll to see if I know how long it takes for Moss to become fledgling?
Let's roll to see if you got Moss Mastery, yeah.
What's the difficulty?
I feel like that one was a tough one. That's a 3.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2 green. Can I roll a boost?
Sure.
I have no idea why. Just gonna throw one in there. Alright, here's what we got. 4 successes and only 1 failure, so that's good. 1 advantage, but 2 disadvantages. We have a success, 1 disadvantage.
Okay.
So I'll say knowing about Moss.
You got Moss Mastery as a patch. So you do have that skill set. The disadvantage is going to be that it was quite a few years ago, and maybe you didn't keep up with it as much as you wanted. So like the knowledge is in there, but you're like not 100%.
Now wait a minute, Mountain Climber. I do believe my previous studies on Moss Mastery. I'm not fluent in Moss Mastery, but I took 2.5 semesters of Moss Mastery, and I do know
to get the
badge, of course, and I do know that what our friend Orchidea is describing is.
I don't know.
Do you have any ballpark you were thinking of, like a year or 6 months or something?
Let's do this. How long does it take for Moss to grow? Check this. Get this fact right.
It's kind of surprising how much like taxonomy of different things, according to Google, has played a vital part in this episode.
Okay, so apparently there's a range of 6 weeks to 2 years or more. So I guess you'd know it depends on the moss, how long it takes.
Well, frankly, my friends, it depends on the moss how long such a process would take. I feel like we are getting a bit off topic.
I'm going to say that let's just go with 2 years. Let's just say it was 2 years ago.
Well, the moss that Orchidea is likely describing would have been about 2 years ago, which means they have been trying to find a new place to stay and erstwhile harassing the locals. Well, I suppose they are one of the locals. I'm trying to put this puzzle together in my picturing it in my mind is quite difficult. 2 years, final answer.
Okay, we know how long it's been kicked out.
Who could say?
But it doesn't quite fix the problem of, doesn't matter if they were kicked out. We're trying to get rid of them. Trying to kick them out all the way.
Well, okay, but like, I'm not just gonna start swinging and start blasting at this flower creature for no particular reason. I suppose I can. It seems a bit gauche.
Yeah, a bit barbaric, bit brutish.
Well, Orchidea, let's see here. Perhaps we might be able to help you find a new place to call your home. Plus, we are owed a down payment of a certain amount of food in the near future. We could even share that with you. I do not know what an Orchidea might like to eat, but we'll figure that out.
The Orchidea, we desire sweet nectars.
Sure, yeah. Don't we all, in a manner of speaking. So we'll get on that, and we will...
Wait a minute.
What? I'm just saying... Do you want to do something else? Do you want to...
No, I think... With the Momlins.
Uh-huh.
What did they say they had for food?
I don't remember.
It was Gatorade.
It was Gatorade?
Gatorade.
So they're going to give us Gatorade.
Which we both know is a type of beverage that is sweet.
And nectar-like. Nectar-esque.
Nectar adjacent.
Nectar adjacent, of course. So, everything seems to be coming up Brorgc as far as I can tell. This is this is incredibly fortuitous.
So we tell them, hey, just give your Gatorade to this flower person.
Did you pull me up over into an aside just to reiterate that everything's going great and we've solved all our problems?
Wait, hold on. I don't know though. Hey, Orchidea, I'm leaving the aside. Orchidea, Yes. Are you cool if we just give you some Gatorade? Does that fix everything? Is Gatorade a home? I don't think so.
No, that is not a suitable location to make into a home. It's more of a delicious beverage, high in electrolytes, I've been told. But no, that is not a home. That's a different thing.
Then this does not help me in any way.
But we are planning to, we're going to try to help you find a home, though. We're going to work on that separately from the Gatorade thing. I should have been more clear.
Home, and there are other people there.
Could you also live there? Would that work? Maybe not. I don't know.
Could the Mormons live in your house as well?
Probably. They're quite small.
The problem solved. They will live in your house, and I will get my house.
I mean, it's not the worst idea. Mountain climber, what do you think? Do we have a house? Do we have houses?
Yeah, hold on.
Do we both have different houses?
Do we even have a house? We just kind of live. We live out in the jungle.
We live out in the jungle. The jungle
is our house.
The open jungle, the open roots.
The open roots is our house,
as we have ascertained.
Yeah, we don't have a house. So you also need a house.
Yeah, but not as such. We I mean, it would be nice, but we mostly just live off the land and travel.
Wait, were you thinking of settling down? Brorgc?
Oh, my bad. I thought you were speaking to Orchidea. I mean, I'm not. I've sometimes thought about the advantages of a roof over your head and other such cliches. But okay. I'm not saying now. I'm not saying I want to do that now.
I thought we were going to be on the open roads forever.
What, forever?
Yeah, forever.
This seems like a inconvenient time to be having this particular discussion.
No, I think this is a conversation we need to have right now because I need to know whether I should be planning to be alone.
No.
On the open routes.
No, mountain climber. I would never leave you alone on the open routes. Absolutely not.
Then what are you going to do when you settle down?
I'm not going to settle down.
You said you want to settle down.
I said sometimes I've thought about its advantages in the same way I've thought about the advantages of being a Throckmorton sometimes. It doesn't mean I'm going to go be one. It's just a daydream. Now listen, I think he puts his hands on his shoulders. He's like, now you listen to me, mountain climber. I am not giving up this life I have for anything. I should have been more careful with my words, I admit. But if you think I'm going to throw away this bond we have as brothers metaphorically, you are sorely mistaken, my friend.
You wouldn't leave me for a home and a roof? I
would never leave you for a home and a roof. Unless you also wanted a home and a roof, in which case we would have a discussion about that and we'd figure it out. But you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
I know you do.
No, I don't want no home. I want no roof. The canopy is my roof. The old wealth jungle is my home. No, actually, I got a better one.
Go for it.
The canopy is my roof.
Yeah.
And my saddle is my home.
I could not agree more, my friend, mountain climber.
Hey, I feel like you guys forgot about me over here.
Yeah, we got a little bit caught up in the moment.
Yeah, we had a little moment. I'm sorry about that.
We did.
But it was needed.
It was. What are we going to do about this whole Orchidea thing?
Well, here's our choices, my metaphorical brother. Option 1, we use our weapons to chop up this poor little pedal person.
I wish you would not say that so brazenly and loudly, but
I'm just saying that's option 1.
That is option 1.
Option 2,
yes,
we side with the Orchidea.
Of course.
Kick the Mormons out. Give the Orchidea back their home.
Right.
And say, sorry, little fuzzy boys, you ain't got a house no more.
Right.
Option 3, we try to broker a truce between them all, and we just drink a lot of Gatorade. Option 4, we just leave.
Option 4 is technically an option.
But that one has 0 Gatorade in it.
It has no Gatorade at the end of the day. My vote is for option 3, my metaphorical brother. But of course, that is one of the most difficult and diplomatic options.
Yes. How about this?
Yes.
Orchidea. Mm-hmm. We will be back. We will be bringing some folk with us with a gift.
So you just hang tight. We'll get back to you on this matter. Does that sound equitable?
This sounds intriguing.
You know what? I'll take it. And I guess we go back to City Hall.
Yeah, they go back to City Hall. Walk back. Come back in. Mr. Mayor Pantelope.
Yes.
We found your threat.
Oh, did you?
And we came by some knowledge that it seems like the reason they're bugging you is because you kicked them out of this little space. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yes. Yeah, we did that.
Wow, he actually answered my question. Wow.
That was not the sudden and direct and very much in the affirmative answer that I was expecting.
Wait, SotH, is this true? Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, they lived here fair and squaresies, and we just shot them a bunch, and they were like, ah! And then they left, and we just set up shop real quick. I mean, we are great.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we built this infrastructure like it was nobody's business. And,
mostly because it's just trees. We just kind of moved into the trees.
Yeah, we just carried them. These little houses from where we last lived. And then we just set them up.
Yeah, it's almost like we could really live anywhere. We could just take the trees with us.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, we're pretty nomadic. And we just thought we'd settle down for a little bit because we wanted more infrastructure. I mean, we're not nomadic. That's not the right word. We are mobile.
Mobility is a desirable trait, but I have to ask, why did you choose the one place with a creature who's already considering this its home?
Because that's how we knew it was a good spot.
Damn, mountain climber's got me there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, how about this, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
It seems you want to live here.
Very much so.
The Orchidea wants to live here.
Very much so, yes.
Is there a possibility that you will be open to the world where both of yous lives here? Underneath this root.
So I'm to assume that you have not neutralized the threat, as it were.
No.
No. See, once we got into this new information, we
told you they were wily. They're trying to trick you.
You told us they were wily. You did not tell us they were trying to move back into their home, which you have just admitted you took from them.
Oh yeah, we did say that, yeah. So I guess they're not really lying to you. But you don't know. They could try to seduce you. Now hold on, SotH.
SotH, I don't know why you said it like that.
SotH, do you find yourself attracted to this creature? Is that what's going on here? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never. I could never. I'm gonna go check out the Gatorade factory. I'll be back. And he crawls
Gatorade
away.
factory.
He crawls away to clearly just like a big pot that's brewing over in the corner. It's not that far away.
Yeah, with many different colors.
Oh, it's looking good, guys.
All right, this is turning into quite the circus. Mr. Mayor, it seems the outcome of this problem with the least amount of consternation and possibly even bloodshed, although hopefully not, is just for the you and this Orchidea to find some way to live in peace. If they live near here, they live close to where they used to be, you live here, you move a couple of trees to a different spot, whatever you need to do. That way nobody has to attack anyone anymore. As far as I understand it, of course.
I will admit I was kind of looking forward to doing some attacking, but that just doesn't seem to be in the spirit of things right now.
You know what? Brorgc and Mountain Climber, you have convinced me. It seems the orcs of the Orwell jungle are more diplomatic than I gave them credit for. We'll have this meeting. We'll meet up with this Orchidea, and we will find some sort of compromise between our two parties. Yes, so says the mayor.
All right, let's do it right now then. Let's go.
Let's do it right now.
And so they take the mayor.
Yep.
And I think eventually SotH does want to join.
Yeah, SotH comes with.
He comes with, and maybe the security officer.
Frenginald. That's not right.
Yeah, so the three of them hop on a Brorgc, and the Brorgc hops over to the Orchidae.
Of course.
And they're still there.
Yeah.
And I think the Orchidae, when they come back, is kind of like, there's like little petals like floating around them. They're kind of like playing with them wistfully and like chuckling to themselves.
Yeah. They do that. It's not a malicious sort of I'm laughing to myself. That's just something they do. Yeah, you get used to it.
I don't know, man. It seems like they're trying to like draw us in to like kiss them or something.
I mean, I guess we can. It's not like that's not allowed.
I'm honest, I didn't get that vibe at all.
I may have gotten the vibe a little bit. It's just that Orchidae is not particularly my type. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's not a big deal, man.
Now listen, I'm orc enough to admit when someone has a particularly pleasing figure, but also it's just that, people have preferences. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. So it's not something you gotta be like worried about.
Nah, it doesn't have to be a big deal.
Yeah, no, it's not a big deal.
I'm glad we're in agreement. It's not a big deal.
It's not big. But there's no deal to be a big deal about.
There is no deal.
There's no deal. I don't have a deal.
If there was a deal, it would be a small one, but there is no deal.
And you don't have a deal. I don't have it. There's no deal.
No,
there's
nobody has
here.
a deal. So let's get
There's
moving.
no deal about this really very sexually attractive plant.
What?
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Mayor. And then we go forward with the meeting.
Yeah. And so they set up the meeting. The Orchidae and the mayor are talking. And I think maybe it starts off good, but then there's some disagreement.
Okay.
Maybe the Orchidae is like, and then I get all of it back. It's all mine.
What? No. That is explicitly not what we were discussing. In fact,
I said I would move back into my home, and all of it was my home.
Okay. We're gonna need to lay down some blueprints or diagrams or something. If I don't have any parchment on me on hand, but heinous, this is getting complicated. Well, I can think of one way it might be less complicated. And the mayor pulls out what was the weapon they had earlier?
They're like little crossbows.
It's like a little tiny crossbow.
Yeah.
And he's like, it seems my moment of triumph is nigh.
Mr. Mayor, what you doing?
I'm doing what I did 2 years ago when I became the mayor. I'm taking the opportunity to take power for myself.
Wait, 2 years ago? That was also when you guys moved in. This is all your plan. You're behind all this.
It's quite the long con. And he's gonna I don't know, he's gonna try to shoot Orchidae, I guess? with the tiny wooden crossbow?
Yeah. And I think because they're made of petals that they're like more delicate. So he shoots it once and it pierces one of the petals. And they're not dead, obviously, but like it does cause damage.
No.
And the Orchidae is like, ah! Like maybe even like screeches. Like it's actually like a high pitched like screech that I'm not gonna do right now because people are sleeping in my house. But it's like actually kind of like scary. Like oh that's horrendous.
Oh no, this is terrible.
And Mountain Climber's like, stop, Mr. Mayor. We were here to broker peace.
I'm gonna draw my Klingon weapon, whatever it was called.
Yes.
Now just hold on a second, Mr. Mayor. This is explicitly the opposite of our intentions here.
The Orchidae starts to like go back up and it tries to bring the petals back up to like enclose itself. But it hasn't fully closed. It's like in the process of drawing them up.
I guess I'm gonna try to attack the mayor? This feels weird. He's very small.
I'm gonna say, just for interestingness, you swing at the mayor, but he's too quick.
Oh, okay.
He like hops out. He's like, boing, like jumps out of the way.
Missed me.
He's too fast. He's too powerful.
I'm too fast.
Where does your power come from, Mr. Mayor?
Where has every mayor's powers of being fast come from?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
But SotH would figure it out, right?
SotH, yes. He turns and he goes, the comb! And he like SotH.
You have got to be shitting me.
SotH like looks over at the Orchidea, who's like closing up, but he's like, no, I don't want to lose you. And he like pulls out his crossbow and he shoots the mayor.
This is fucking insane. What happens?
Should we roll for it?
Yeah.
All right, the mayor's clearly gonna be fast. But I think SotH, he's the best shooter they got.
Oh, I love it. So I'm
gonna say SotH is a 2 yellows and a green.
Sure.
And the mayor is 3 purples. By golly, he did it. That's 2 successes and 2 advantages.
You know why that worked?
Why?
Because he didn't bring his security detail with him.
He didn't.
for Jamond.
We did say he came, but I think
a different name every time I bring him up.
I think the reason it didn't work though is Fredgermond was he felt betrayed. He didn't know what to do.
Oh no.
He didn't jump in. Or maybe Fregenold, he just loves watching transitions of power.
Oh,
he's all for the chaos. We'll never know his motives, but he didn't do anything.
He just really likes coups. Yeah,
he loves him.
Oh,
and so
Lord.
Mayor Pantelope gets shot by this little needle.
Well, oh no. What a bad situation this is for me.
And SotH walks over and he's like, how dare you shoot my beloved?
What?
And he grabs, reaches his his hand into his fur, and he pulls out the comb, and he takes that comb, and he brushes back his own hair. He's like, yes, I feel it. I feel the power.
No, not my power of being fast. It's leaving me.
The red mare, his hair starts to poof back up again. There can only be one. I'm gonna be honest, this is a lot.
I am gaining so much knowledge on how politics works.
Wow, this is quite complex.
I had no idea. I feel like I could run for office now. I fully have a better idea of how these things work. I
just realized.
What?
Okay, we're gonna go here, and this is how we're gonna edit. He's like, and now that you, I think we see Pentelope. He's dying. And he's bleeding.
The old mayor.
Yeah, the old mayor. And he's like, hey, Fregenold, take him to the Gatorade factory.
Wait, he is here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did come. Yeah.
Okay.
We said that earlier. He was didn't do anything.
No, don't take me to the Gatorade factory.
And juice him.
Oh God, I hate that. That is a...
Cannot let his lifeblood go to waste.
Oh, that's horrifying.
We should...
I hate that so much, actually.
We shall return his life essence to the community.
I am no longer hoping that we are paid in
I don't want
Gatorade.
I don't want the Gatorade.
This has taken a terrible turn.
Now that I know that Gatorade is just Mormlin blood, I don't want it.
It's not, it's just Mormlin blood, and I'm pretty sure they do drink it, which I suppose is cannibalism. That's just not what I was expecting.
These cute fluffy creatures really are so complex.
It got so much darker than I thought it would. Oh, no! I'm being taken away to the factory. Oh, curses. I've been deposed. That's just how the mayor yells, I guess.
Yeah, as he's being taken off.
Yeah.
And then SotH says, and then as my first official act as the mayor, and he turns to the Orchidea.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful being, will you wed me? And the Orchidea, peeks out from behind the petals and is like, do I get to live in my home? Yes, of course. We shall rule side by side.
Boy, if you had told me that any of this was how this was going to turn out, I would not have believed you. This has taken some wild turns in just the last 5 minutes.
Mountain climber's like dabbing up tears. He's like, oh, so beautiful. Oh, it's love.
That's one way to put it. You know what, Mountain Climber? I'm starting to think maybe we should just be on our way. Just to hit that dusty humidified road once again.
Yeah, well, I mean, we ain't getting any Gatorade out of it. I don't want it. There's really nothing to gain from this. And so they hop on their Brorgcs while the Orchidae, who is definitely like, human-sized, carries Smosif in their hands. And as they're about to leave, Orchidae kind of waves at them and like some petals fall out of their hands as they wave. And they like wink at you guys though as you're leaving.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
And you're like, I don't actually know. Now I'm actually concerned that Orchidae is like actually evil.
You know what? This reminds me of a story I heard from far across Palladium in a different land. A particular person and a whole group of people who really, really got caught up in worrying about what was good and what was bad and what was evil and stuff like that. And the point of the story is it didn't go well for them. So you know what? Maybe we just leave this one alone.
I think we just leave this one
and ride off into the sunset.
And just hop off into the sunset.
Hop off into the sunset.
And so, Brokeback Mountain Climber, they hop off away from this strange little ecosystem where who knows what's going to happen.
They've learned nothing. They've gained nothing. And really just came out of the entire experience mildly traumatized, I think.
I think as they leave, Mountain Climber says, you know, when we first met these Mormlins, I thought maybe we need to go tell everyone about them. But now I'm thinking, probably shouldn't.
Now I'm thinking the greatest service we can do for our fellow orcs or all other manner of folks who live in this jungle is to not say a goddamn word.
And they never did. I think that we'll end it there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Okay.
On this Brorgc Rider adventure.
Oh, jeez. I feel like I don't even know. I don't know what to compare that to. I was going to say I feel like I ran a marathon, but it's not that kind of tired. I feel like I lived many lives.
There were so many. I just need a highlight reel real quick.
Oh, God.
We had a Brokeback Mountain joke.
Yeah. Yep. Which we continued on for the entire thing.
We had a Mormon joke.
That was my favorite, yeah.
And then we had a Gatorade joke.
Yep.
And then that all came together.
Yeah.
With like a weird Dune reference.
What was the Dune reference?
Oh, in Dune, because water is like their currency, when someone dies, they like extract their water and return it to the communities.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Water resource. Okay. Yeah.
My God. Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I made that connection because I realized, wait, if they're the colors of the Gatorades, then the Gatorade has to come from them. Mormons, they went from this cute little forest people to like, I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm scared of everything in this.
I'm also pretty concerned. It got dark.
If y'all want to draw some Mormons or the Orchidae, be my guest.
Please do. Pokemon has got like 3 different Pokemon that are made out of flower petals, so that one's going to be tough. The Mormlins, I feel like that is going to be a lot more distinct. I feel like you could really go nuts with a Mormlin fan art.
I kind of want to draw some.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe give them the like bottle cap hats or something.
Listeners, I feel like I need to personally thank you for actually sticking with this one. That went off the rails in a big way.
That's Patreon episodes. That's
Patreon, baby.
They really... If they stay on the rails, then was it really Patreon?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. Well, that's plenty of content that we've recorded. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Jake, man, thanks for listening to that one too. That was
you this most amazing Patreon.
Bye, everybody. I never know how to end these.
Goodbye. That's just for you. Just for you.
Wink.